All right, so here's what's going on. I was halfway to Banks to cover the Banks Barbecue, a huge annual event held in the city of Banks that includes a combine derby, a truck and tractor pull, barbecue, live music, vendors, a parade. And I got a notification that crews were responding to a wildfire in Gales Creek. So I am now abandoning my plans for the Banks Barbecue, which is a huge bummer because it's a big advertising opportunity for us and a major point of coverage for our newspaper. I just finished laying out hundreds of newspapers with special ads that I hooked into them to drive subscriptions and whatnot. So I am setting that aside because it is more important to cover this wildfire. And now my job is to get there as quickly and as safely as possible, and then find out what's going on. All right, so there's my first view of some smoke coming out of the Coast Range. It's really far away, I'm still in Banks. I just got an update from a public information officer for Forest Grove Fire and Rescue. The wildfire's only about 1/8 of an acre right now. They have a 10-person crew from the South Fork Forest Camp, which is a prison camp jointly administered by the Oregon Department of Forestry and the Department of Corrections. And so they have their crews and some ODF crews fighting the fire right now. And they've spotted a second smoke column. My mom lives 2 miles from the fire. This is her dog, Bella. I pulled over here because she has Wi-Fi and a flat surface, and I have enough to write an update before I head to the fire right now. So I'm on Soda Springs Road now. The city of Forest Grove owns a watershed up here, and that's where it's burning. I am seeing several vehicles. I just passed one now from the watershed. It kind of looks like they're evacuating. I'm going towards the fire and they're leaving. But you know, it is what it is. So I'm about to pull up to somebody I know who will hopefully let me use their Wi-Fi up here in the boonies, because I think they have some access to internet. We will see if they are home. I couldn't get a hold of them earlier, so I'm just showing up unannounced. That is the importance of having local journalists working in local communities, because I know somebody who lives on every road in this side of the county, and if there's a fire anywhere, I can probably find someone who will let me in. Let's find out. All right, so it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get through here at the moment. I'm going to go up to one other entrance that I know about. Right here is the entrance to Forest Grove's watershed. 3 Oregon Department of Forestry vehicles just pulled in here, and I did not follow them because A, this is a no trespassing area, and B, I'm not on their radio network, and I have been lost in this watershed. It is 6,000 acres, and it stretches and has unmarked roads and is very, very easy to get lost in. So I did not follow them in. I snapped a photo as they went by. I neglected to get video because my camera's acting up. But I did get a photo of them, which I'm going to use to put out an update as soon as I have some more information, because now, unlike anybody else covering this story, I have on the ground footage of what vehicles are here, what times they've gotten here, kind of the response that's happening here. I'm going to take this information I've just gleaned at a quarter mile down the road to a wonderful reader of ours who has given me access to their property Wi-Fi, and they have a really great dog that we're going to get a photo of as well. Huge shout out to the Masons. I've just left their house. They let me use their Wi-Fi, gave me water, table, electricity, etc. as a staging area, and they were calling neighbors for me to get me better access points to view the fire if needed. Journalism thrives on the people who are in the community we're trying to cover. We don't just magically know things, we gather information, and people like the Masons who open their home, work their own connections for the benefit of helping us gather the news on a story like this are just amazing people. I can't thank them enough. And we got a fire vehicle coming towards me. It is pouring down rain. We need rain. I'm leaving Gales Creek, and I just finished what will be one of my last updates on today's wildfire story. Very pleased pleased to report that the two little wildfires we had, both it looks like are going to stay at around 1/8 of an acre. They managed to hike in almost a mile with hand crews from Department of Forestry, the South Fork Forest Camp, and Stimson Lumber to get the second fire lined and under control because they just couldn't get a helicopter in. They're too busy with numerous wildfires caused by lightning across the state today. So I'm headed back to Banks, and now I'm going to go take photos of people fleeing the rain at the Banks barbecue because there's not much else to do there. I've missed all the main events thanks to this wildfire, and the truck and tractor pull was canceled due to the rain a few hours ago. So all that remains for me to do is to watch the sad, bitter end today. Tomorrow, however, there's more festivities. The parade is still on as far as I've heard, and the Combine Derby is still on. The truck and tractor pull are still on. There should be some more live music. The beer garden will be open. There will be food. It should still be a good time as long as the rain lets up.